So I did something stupid. I publicly humiliated myself and almost froze to death, all because I wanted to take cute photos. Okay, so for context, I've been wanting to do a holiday themed photo shoot for the longest time, and today was the day I was finally going to do it. So I proceeded to throw on my cutest holiday themed outfit, paired it with my favorite Coach Love perfume, and set off to the photo shoot location. Once I arrived, I met up with my lovely photographer Janelle and immediately started shooting. The location we decided to shoot at was actually a courthouse, so there were a lot of people coming in and out of the building, and I got many weird stares. But this outfit was simply too cute to let it go to waste, so I continued to push through and pose to the best of my abilities. However, you want to know what my favorite part about this photo shoot was? Not only did I match the red perfume bottle perfectly, my rose top also matched the floral and red velvet rose notes of the perfume as well. After 2 hours of shooting in the frigid cold, this was how the photos turned out. These are definitely gonna be my new Christmas card photos. So if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift this year, the Coach Love perfume is perfect because not only does it smell amazing, but you can also get a cute holiday photo shoot out of it too. I have 30 minutes to make myself an outfit because I forgot that I was going on a Hinge date. Well, I didn't forget. I actually thought the date was tomorrow, but it's actually in 30 minutes and I don't have anything to wear. So let's make myself an outfit before this date.
The plan is to turn this scarf into a poncho top because apparently it's pretty easy and I don't have a lot of time, so it's perfect. Okay, I just watched a tutorial and apparently you're supposed to attach this end to this other end and then sew along it like this. So I'm just gonna stick some pins in and sew it down, making sure to backstitch so my top doesn't fall apart. And I think that should be it. Let's go try it on.
It honestly came out really cute, but we need to style it.
If you guys missed my last date update video, my Hinge date actually chose my outfit. And for everyone wondering, yes, I'm going out with the same guy again. And for the record, this will be our third date. Oh my God, I literally have 5 minutes to get ready. Okay, I'm just gonna throw on a bunch of jewelry. Anyways, I mean, the dates have been going well. He's very thoughtful and he always like plans the dates. And this time he didn't tell me what we were doing because he said it was a surprise. So I'm a little bit nervous for that. I actually love being surprised and I told him this last time, which is why he's surprising me. I do have a sneaking suspicion that I might be either K-barbecue or hot pot. And considering he remembered that I like surprises, I feel like he would also remember that. Last little touch, I'm gonna be adding this bag because he actually picked it out for me last time and he said he really liked it. Anyways, I'm just impressed that I managed to make my own outfit and get dressed in 30 minutes. But now that the time is up, I do have to go, so wish me luck. Let's style my ethnicity. And I know you might be confused, but basically all you do is search up your ethnicity plus outfit, and whatever outfit you get, you have to recreate. And as a Taiwanese baddie, I got this outfit, so let's recreate it. First part of the outfit is her really adorable little blouse, and I actually have this one that I think is perfect. It even has the same puff sleeves and everything. Also, a little fun fact, I'm actually not from the US. I grew up in Taiwan my entire life and didn't come to the States until college. Next part of her outfit is her pleated midi skirt, and again, I have the perfect piece. Honestly, this look is giving schoolgirl, but I think the jacket will change it. She had this really cute fur one on, and I feel like this one really matches the vibe. On second thought, I still don't know if I love this outfit, but we're gonna trust the process. So let's also put on some knee-high boots. Also, whenever I tell anyone that I'm from Taiwan, I get asked one of two questions. The first one being, oh my gosh, how do you speak such good English? Which is always very interesting, fun question to get. And the second one is, oh my God, I love Thai food. I fear that is the wrong country. Last couple of things you need to add to this outfit is a belt and a bag. And going back to the how is your English so good question, I honestly hate when I get asked that because I feel like it's definitely a microaggression. And it honestly makes me pretty uncomfortable every single time, but I try my best to ignore it. Okay, and with that, the outfit is officially complete. This is genuinely adorable. I really thought it was gonna give like major schoolgirl vibes, but I feel like with all the accessories, it really brought it all together. And as always, let me know what you guys think of this outfit and comment below where you guys are from because I am very curious.
If you are someone who easily gets jealous, please do not watch this video because this right here is the best thrift haul you are ever going to see. And by the end of this video, you will probably be seething with jealousy.
Starting off with my most insane find, this Penny Lane coat. Oh my God, when I spotted this at the market, I immediately knew I had to buy it. There was physically no way this coat wasn't coming home with me. She is perfect. Then I also bought not one, not two, but 3 insane vintage beaded tops. Oh my God. These on Depop go for hundreds of dollars and I got these for like 20 bucks each. Crazy.
You guys are gonna wanna brace yourself for this next piece, okay? Because look at these pants. The patchwork on them are insane. And they honestly kind of match my coat. Like this paired with the coat and a cute little flowy blouse.
So good.
I also have a bit of a leather jacket obsession, so I got this one in this beautiful deep purple color. I don't own anything in this color actually, so I thought it would be like a nice pop of color to my closet, and it also fits me perfectly. Another favorite of mine is this beautiful green bag. I feel like it's in the most perfect washed-out green color, and I love that kind of slouchy fit. Oh, it's just such a good basic. As you guys probably know by now, I love a good beaded anything, and so when I saw this really cool like asymmetrical little beaded skirt, I knew I had to add this to my closet. I also picked up this denim peplum top. I feel like this would be a really interesting layering piece for the winter, and I feel like the shape is very flattering on me as well. I was also on the hunt for the perfect low-waisted pant, and I think I found her. Look at how cutie these are. I love the wash of them and this little pocket. Obsessed. This is also one of my favorites. This insane beaded dress. Okay, but I feel like I'm not doing it justice, so I'm gonna try it on. Oh my god. Wow. I'm speechless, guys. Like, look at this beautiful beaded detailing. This might be the most beautiful thing I've ever put on my body. Now let's get into accessories, and I have so many to show you. I got this ribbon orchid necklace for like $10, and it's made out of a real orchid. I got this beautiful cuff bracelet that has this very chunky leaf on it. Obsessed. I also got this chunky necklace that came with matching earrings. However, it was initially supposed to be longer, but I broke it, so I need to fix that. And then I also picked up all of these rings. I do indeed have a bit of a ring addiction, and Mexico City was really, really bad for that, but I found so many cool statement ones. I really just couldn't help myself. I think out of all of these though, my favorite is this golden orchid one. I've never seen anything like this. Also picked up these adorable rainbow fish earrings and this chunky rainbowish bangle, plus this mega chunky pearl necklace. Oh, and last little thing I got were these really cool sunglasses. See, what did I tell you guys? I told you guys the haul was gonna be insane, didn't I? I think my personal favorite out of the whole haul was definitely the Penny Lane coat. It is just too good. But let me know which piece was your favorite. Guys, it is freezing in Mexico today. What am I gonna do?
I only packed one singular long sleeve outfit for this trip, so I think I'm gonna have to whip her out today. This is the top that I'm gonna be wearing. Is it warm at all? No, it is made completely out of mesh, so I'm probably going to freeze. Then I'm planning on pairing it with this lime green maxi skirt I just got. I actually never wear anything in this color. I love her. And if for shoes you thought I was gonna put these black boots on, you were mistaken. I'm just using this as a mic stand. I'm actually putting these black flats on. Time to accessorize. Honestly, accessorizing is probably my favorite part of putting outfits together. It really just brings everything together. Okay, but my one toxic trait is that I will always bring a huge bag of jewelry to every vacation I go on, and it will weigh like 10 pounds. Call me crazy, but I'm actually thinking of wearing it with this necklace I just bought the other day. Okay, that might be a little bit too overboard. I think instead we're gonna go a little bit more simple with this beautiful, colorful necklace. And then I'm just gonna wear the matching earrings to the necklace because I feel like chunky is kind of what we're going for today. Wait, pause. I did bring these green earrings that I actually think might go even better. On today's agenda, we have a very chill plan. I think we're just gonna be shopping the entire day today. Oh, and eating, obviously. I think I told you guys this last time, but the only thing that we planned on this trip was our food, and that's it. Priorities. I also added this bangle that I bought the other day as well. And then, last little addition is this bag. All right, here's the full Mexico outfit. I'm feeling, oh my god, cute. And also, apologies if these videos are kind of boring. I honestly don't really know how to film like casual get ready with me. I always do something insane. So when I look a little normal, I'm like, I feel boring and not entertaining. So I hope you guys still enjoy these videos.
Day one of fixing my clothes until the ice melts. I've been putting off fixing all of these clothes for the longest time, but today is finally that day that we're gonna fix as many as we can until this cup of ice melts. Let's do this. We're gonna start off with this fur vest. Fur is looking a little matted, so we're gonna comb it through to make it look fluffier. I just broke my favorite comb. Cool. Ew. All right, first piece is done. That was very easy. Next up, we have this t-shirt that I'm gonna be turning into an off-the-shoulder tee. All done, and it only took me like 2 seconds. Now we're gonna fix this graphic long sleeve that has a hole in it. So I'm just gonna hand sew it back together. Third piece done. And honestly, our ice really hasn't melted that much. Been here for a long time. The button of the shirt fell off. I was actually in the middle of trying it on for a photo shoot and then it broke. So let's fix it. All done.
I'm so excited to fix this skirt because it has been missing a button for about a year now, and I haven't been able to wear it. So today is finally the day that I'm gonna fix it.
Yay, it is fixed.
Button is back on.
I can finally wear her out again.
Also, this ice is melting so freaking slowly. What the hell?
My plan for this shirt is that I'm gonna be cutting it up. But before you get your panties in a twist, I'm just cutting this under layer because I feel like you can't really see the beading of the shirt, but I wanna keep it for this part. So let's try our best.
I think I just broke my sewing machine, so this project is going to be put on pause. Shoot. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be sticking with hand sewing projects from now on because of that little mishap. So let's fix this hole in this lace turtleneck. She's all fixed, and we have about a third of our ice melted, which I feel like for some reason it melted a little faster this time. Next item, we have these cutie patootie little pants that have a huge hole in the butt. So let's sew her back up. She's all fixed up, and look, our ice is almost fully melted. Whew, thank God.
This would probably be our last item. Fun fact, I was actually gonna get rid of this dress because I was too lazy to fix the hole in it, as you can see right there.
But now that I'm forcing myself to finally fix my clothes,
I might change my mind.
guys, this is crazy, but the ice melted just in time because I just finished the dress. Now that our ice is officially melted, that means I can finally stop, but I do still have a lot more clothes to fix. I didn't believe that soulmates existed until recently because I met somebody special. You see, this is my best friend Sophie, and I'm convinced that we're fashion soulmates, where we don't even have to plan outfits, we just somehow always match. So I'm putting this theory to the ultimate test. I'm going to be making the most outrageous outfit and wear it to brunch without telling her, to see if she'll show up in an outfit just as crazy as mine. My plan was to make a Christmas dress, which is easily my hardest project to date. And it proved to be difficult right away because before we even got started, there was a huge problem.
I ordered 4 of these and only one of them came.
So after I placed yet another garland order, I got straight to work. First step was to make the base, which meant that I had to cover this entire hoop skirt with chicken wire so that I could attach garlands to it. And since I only had 3 days before brunch and bit off more than I could chew, my other bestie Samia came to help me out. Initially, I thought that placing the chicken wire would be incredibly easy, but it proved to be a lot harder than it looked. Because the hoop skirt flared out so much, the wire wouldn't stay flat, so we had to place it vertically instead. But that wasn't even the worst part. I had no idea that chicken wire was extremely dangerous and got cut up pretty badly during the process. So to keep me from getting more injured, we decided to cover all the sharp edges with duct tape. Now for the last step of the base, we connected all the chicken wire with zip ties, and voila, she was done. Then came the fun part, adding the garlands. Unfortunately, only one survived the thieves, so this was as far as we could get today. But despite the garland debacle, this dress was off to a pretty strong start. So come back for day 2 to see if we can actually pull this off. I'm surprising my crush by transforming into his favorite food. You see, he recently told me that his favorite food was apple pie, so not only am I going to bake one for him, I decided I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to be making an apple pie inspired outfit so that when I surprise him with a pie, I'm also going to be dressed up as an apple pie. Will he get scared off? Maybe. Let's find out. Here's the plan. I'm going to be making an apple pie corset and an apple pie skirt. And today we're going to be starting off by making the skirt. First, I needed to figure out how to turn this thrifted blanket into a circle skirt. However, because I'm lazy, I cheated and used an online circle skirt calculator to figure out the right measurements. Then I proceeded to mark it all down with chalk and started cutting. But instead of using regular scissors, I used these really cool scallop scissors that made the fabric look a little bit more pie-like. Considering this was my first ever time making a circle skirt, I was worried that I might have cut it wrong, but ooh, wait, this definitely looks like a circle skirt. Now that we had that done, it was time for the hardest part, cutting the lattice. This time I measured out 3-inch wide strips, marked everything down with chalk, and started cutting. And this is where I narrowly avoided making a huge mistake. You see, if I cut the strips fully through the fabric, the skirt wouldn't have enough structure. So I made sure to leave a 2-inch border around the edge so that the skirt wouldn't fall apart. Once I had the strips cut out, I interlocked them all to finally create the lattice, and then used fabric glue to secure everything down. And up until this point, everything was going fine. But you see, I had been working on this project for 7 hours straight and was so tired I was about to fall asleep. But obviously there was no time to sleep because I was surprising my crush in a couple of days and needed to finish this project in time. So I got right back to work. Picked my skirt up, measured the length of the elastic waistband I needed, and started sewing it into the skirt. Once I finished that, it was time for the moment of truth. Will the skirt actually look good on the mannequin? I had spent so long working on this and was really worried that I might
might have just wasted all of this time. Wait, what the hell is this? Was this supposed to be my pie skirt? After realizing that the pie skirt looked nothing like how I wanted it to, that's when everything started to dawn on me.
This looks horrible. And honestly, I don't know if I can fix it. I thought putting the corset on would make it better, but oh my God, it's so bad. I might have to give up on this one.
I've been keeping a huge secret. I'm planning on wearing a Christmas tree dress to eat brunch with my best friend Sophie, and I haven't told her because I want to see if she will show up in an outfit just as crazy as mine. So let's find out. Last time we left off, my garlands got stolen, but thankfully my extra order of garlands arrived just in time for us to continue this project. Once again, we used zip ties to attach the garlands to the chicken wire, and after about 3 hours, half of the dress was done. Then I did something I normally never do. I tried on the skirt halfway through because I simply couldn't risk finishing this entire thing only to realize it didn't fit. And after trying things on, things were looking great until I realized that there was a problem. The skirt was extremely heavy, and I was worried that it would either break or I wouldn't be strong enough to wear it. But at this point, there was no time to pivot. So we kept going and zip tied all the garlands until the entire skirt was covered. And unfortunately, this is when my worst fears came true. The skirt started falling apart. I was right. The garlands made it too heavy, and the waistband simply couldn't support the weight. I was panicking. We needed to come up with a solution fast. But it was 2 a.m. and we'd been working on this project for 6 hours straight. So I was completely out of ideas. On the mannequin, the dress looked amazing, but I knew that I didn't have the structural integrity for me to actually be able to wear it. I was honestly devastated, thinking that this project might have been for nothing. However, I still had one more day before brunch, so there was still a chance I could fix it. So come back tomorrow to see if I pull off my hardest project yet, or if this time I really bit off more than I could chew. I'm surprising my crush by transforming into his favorite food, except it's not going so well, because this is currently what my apple pie skirt looks like. Yeah, it's horrible, and there is no way that I'm going to wear this in front of him. So we're gonna need to fix this somehow.
The skirt had two major problems. One, the hoop skirt underneath was the wrong size, and two, it was too saggy. The solution to the first problem was easy. I just bought a larger hoop skirt, put it underneath, and instantly,
I feel like it looks a little bit better. This might still be salvageable.
The second problem, however, was a lot harder. I didn't really know how to make the skirt less saggy looking, but after inspecting it closely, I discovered that I hadn't stretched the lattice properly while gluing everything down, which resulted in a lumpy pie. So I took everything apart and pinned it down to my carpet to stretch it out properly. Then I re-glued everything in place. And again, it was time for the moment of truth. Was I able to fix the ugliest skirt that I have ever made? The answer? Yes. It looked 1,000 times better, and it actually looked like a pie this time. I was over the moon. With the hardest part out of the way, it was time to tackle the skirt that would go underneath, aka the apple skirt. Using the same measurements as the pie skirt, I cut another circle skirt out of this apple fabric and secured an elastic waistband to it. Since I'd already done this once before, this skirt was a walk in the park. It was so easy. Yeah, I had spoken too soon and realized that I bought the wrong measurement of fabric, which resulted in the skirt being way too short. But that's when I remembered I had all of the leftover fabric just laying around. So I decided to put it to use and sewed it onto the bottom half of the skirt in order to elongate it. And hopefully with the pie skirt, nobody would be able to tell. And I was right. It looked perfect. Now, all I had to do was cut the hoop skirt to the appropriate length, and then I was all done.
I genuinely can't believe that I managed to save the skirt, considering how rough it looked like before. But with the skirt officially finished, all that's left to do is the corset.
I've been keeping a huge secret. You see, I'm going to brunch with my best friend Sophie, and I'm not telling her what I'm wearing to see if she will show up in an outfit just as crazy as mine. This is the third day of working on my Christmas tree dress, and it's honestly looking not bad. However, it is kind of falling apart, and our brunch is tomorrow, so I only have tonight to fix it. So let's get started. After a good night of sleep, I awoke the next day and thought of a solution. I could fortify the waistband by using safety pins. However, in order to actually see what we were working on, we did have to take the skirt apart a little bit. Now that we had an unobstructed view, I lifted the skirt up as Samia pinned the safety pins through the chicken wire and into the waistband. And we kept doing this until there was no more room to pin. I will admit the skirt was looking rough, but all of a sudden I had hoped that I might just be able to pull this off. So after we reconnected the garlands that we initially took off, it was time to decorate the tree. We first started by zip tying a bunch of ornaments to ensure that it would stay on. After that, it was time to put on the ribbons. However, they arrived extremely crumpled, and I wasn't about to put these on my Christmas tree. So we had to use straighteners to bring them back to life, and just look at that difference. Once they looked presentable, I hot glued them to the tree. And finally, for the last step, we had to put on Christmas lights. So we quickly wrapped them all around the skirt, and ta-da! The dress was all done. Wow, this dress was the most beautiful thing that I've ever made. I loved it so much. With the dress now completed, all that's left for me to do is try this thing on and wear it to brunch. Let's just hope it doesn't fall apart. I'm surprising my crush by transforming into his favorite food, aka apple pie. And I've already managed to finish the skirt, which is honestly looking pretty dang good. So all that's left to do is finish the apple pie corset.
The plan is to add
add fake whipping cream and fake apples in order to make it look more apple pie-esque.
So with my fake whipped cream in hand, I started piping it straight onto the corset. Instead of piping it on randomly though, I decided to pipe it along the boning of the corset so that I would not only cover it, but it would also flow well with the structure of it. I also kind of hated the metal hooks at the front of the corset and decided to cover them up as well by placing fake apples on top of it to make it look like it had apple buttons instead. However, once the boning was all covered, I still felt like there wasn't enough whipped cream. So I decided to add it along both the top and the bottom of the corset, which proved to be the right choice because it looked so much better.
With the corset all done,
Now we just need to wait 24 hours until it dries. I was feeling so relieved that I managed to finish the corset, but it didn't take long before I encountered another huge problem. The skirt was missing something, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But after a lot of thinking, I realized it was missing a ruffle. Thankfully, I had the spare lace trim lying around and decided to attach it to the bottom edge of the skirt, also emulate fake whipped cream. And after waiting 24 hours for our corset to dry, it was finally time to see if this apple pie outfit that I had worked so hard on was even presentable enough to wear it in front of my crush. And thankfully, it was. This thing looked amazing, and I couldn't be more proud of how it came out.
I still can't believe that we managed to save the skirt considering how bad it looked before. But now that we have the outfit officially all done, it is time to move on to the next step, and that's baking the apple pie. I was only gone for 5 days, and when I got back, this is how many packages showed up at my doorstep. I know, I have a bit of a shopping problem, but let me show you everything that I bought. First package is from Danielle Guzio. I've actually never bought their stuff before, but they were doing a Black Friday sale, so I couldn't resist. I got 3 pieces in total from them. I got their famous corset top, another one of their corset tops in white, and this high neck top that I've been seeing all over my Pinterest board. This next one is from Depop, and it's this adorable little vest. The buttons on it are so good. This is actually another Guzio top. I bought this one, but I bought it secondhand instead because it was cheaper. Ooh, this is PR from Personal Day. Cute. Ooh, I think I know what this one is. I bought this mega chunky belt. So good. Oh, another PR package, this time from MAC. Oh, look at how adorable this jacket is. She's so cutie. This is another one of my Depop finds, and she is actually vintage Forever 21. I know, crazy, isn't it? Oh no, I think she's too small. Oh, yet another Depop purchase of mine. Oh, look at how cute this turtleneck is. Oh, okay, I remember making this purchase. I bought the microest mini skirt to ever exist. I'm obsessed. Ooh, I also remember this Depop purchase. This little striped sweater, and it has this little buckle on it. So many goodies in this one. This package is from Tyler McGillivray, and they have the coolest stuff. A martini skirt, are you kidding? And this olive zip up. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Last one, another PR package from Bare Minerals. Anyways, that was everything I bought. Let me know which piece was your favorite, because this one I think is personally my favorite.
All I know is that I was depressed before, and now I found meaning. I didn't know you were depressed. Neither did I.
Did you know that you're doing your makeup wrong unless you do it according to your star sign? Because I sure as hell did it. I'm an Aquarius, and this is the makeup look that I got, so let's try and recreate it. First step is foundation, and I'm going in with this paler one because I feel like this look kind of reminds me of like a frosty ice princess. And then I'm going in with the NARS Pot Concealer to cover up my acne scars because this look requires a flawless base. And then moving on to eyeshadow, I'm gonna prep my lids with a little bit of concealer because I always forget to do this, but it's a very, very important step of the process. Now I'm gonna go in really heavy-handed with the white eyeshadow and basically just put that all over my lids. Okay, our eyelids are looking extremely frosty, and now it is time to add my favorite part, the glitter. But I'm just gonna be doing it on the inner corner. Ooh, it's so pretty. Now we're gonna try something that I never ever do. We're gonna be using blue eyeliner instead of black. I'm a little bit scared. Wait, why do I kind of like it? Wait, let me clean up the edges a little bit. And then last little step is to add inner corner liner. Okay, hardest part is all done, and now I'm gonna finish off the makeup look with a very cool toned bronzer. And this step is gonna be really hard because I usually go very heavy-handed on the blush, but we're just gonna go in with a little tiny bit. Base makeup is all done, so let's make sure to set everything down properly. It's finally time for my favorite part of the whole makeup process. It's doing my lips. And we're gonna go in with a very brownish, orangey lip, which I never ever do. So I'm a little terrified. Time to set. Guys, why do I like this better than my normal makeup routine? It looks so good. Maybe I have been doing my makeup wrong this entire time. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this look, and please let me know what your star sign is.
And probably will be for life.
Did you know that this isn't an ear cuff? This is actually an earbud. That is right, you guys. These are the Bose Ultra Open earbuds that are designed to specifically look like jewelry, which is great news because I always feel like my earbuds ruin my outfits. I got them in the Desert Gold colorway, so today we're gonna be styling a gold outfit to match. Look at that shade match. It's perfect. Then I'm thinking of keeping it simple with the bottoms, so I'm just gonna go with this black skirt. To finish off our earring stack, we're also gonna be adding these little wing earrings. It's so funny because these earbuds are genuinely so lightweight and comfortable that sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm even wearing them. Because at first glance, I just keep mistaking them for another one of my earrings. Oh, but you wanna know the best part? These earbuds do not fall out, like at all. Because typically when I'm tying my shoe or bending down to pick something up, my earbuds always fall out. But these did not even fall out once. All right, guys, here's the final gold inspired outfit styled around my earbuds. Obviously, most of you guys know that I initially made this for my Halloween costume, but I have to say, wearing it casually like this is pretty cute as well. And as always, let me know what you guys think of this outfit.
Who you gonna call?
This is a story of how missing my flight caused me to have the best weekend of my life. You see, I got invited to go to Chicago to glow up with Naked Smoothie, where we would get to do a lot of fun activities, such as go to a dance workout class, have an infrared sauna session, and attend a cooking class. The only problem was that I missed my flight because I tried getting on the wrong one. But don't worry, I ended up switching my flight and boarded the next flight to Chicago. Once I arrived, that's when the fun actually started. And I had so much fun participating in all of the activities and made some new friends in the process. It truly was such a fun weekend. So shout out to Naked Smoothie for hosting such an amazing trip, even though it might have started out pretty rough.
This is Kalita,
Hi.
and she's a hot mess.
Yeah, I am. Which is exactly why I'm looking for a personal assistant.
Here is everything that she needs help with. Film, content, and creative planning. Attend in-person events as needed. Manage project deadlines and coordinate schedules. And assist with personal errands. But Kalita, are there any non-negotiables for this job?
Yes, you do have to be based in New York City.
Okay, now how do I apply?
All you have to do is submit your resume to this email right here.
She will be going through her emails very soon and is looking forward to working with one of you.
I flew all the way to LA to get my makeup professionally done for the first time, so let me tell you why. You see, I was given the opportunity to go to my first premiere through Airbnb Experiences, but there was a tiny problem. The event was in LA and I live all the way in New York City, but there was no way that I wasn't going to go, so I booked myself an Airbnb and hopped on a plane to LA. And when I tell you guys this was the nicest place I've ever stayed at, I am not joking, because this Airbnb had 4 floors and it even had a pool. And just when I thought that everything was going perfectly, I realized I had no idea how to do red carpet makeup. So I thought of the genius idea to use Airbnb services to book an appointment with a professional makeup artist. Not only was the booking process incredibly easy, the makeup also came out amazing. After putting on my full look, it was time for the most exciting part, attending the premiere with Airbnb. This was seriously one of the coolest things I have ever done because I was able to walk my first ever red carpet and even got to watch the first 2 episodes of Nobody Wants This before its release. So, was it worth it to fly all the way to LA to get my makeup professionally done for the first time and attend my first premiere with Airbnb Experiences? I can confidently say 100% yes.
Baby, you got me like that.
I need your help. I have a Halloween party tonight, and this is my Halloween costume that I'm going to be wearing. It is, of course, the famous Effie Trinket butterfly dress. However, I did not do the back. Because I feel like the back doesn't really matter, right? It's not that important. No one's really gonna look at it. Out of sight, out of mind. But I have gotten a few comments of people saying that I should do the back, and I need a final verdict. Should I finish gluing butterflies on the entire dress, or should I just leave it at the front? Let me know, because the party is in a couple of hours, so I don't have much time.
Today, I'm letting TikTok pick my Christmas outfit. I searched up my Christmas outfit in the search bar, and this is the outfit that I got. So let's recreate it. First up of the outfit is the plaid matching set, and I actually just bought one. It is not red, but it is this beautiful one in green, and I already know it's gonna be perfect. Look at how adorable this is. I love the billowing sleeves. It's just so fun. Next up are the tights, but instead of going with gray, I might go extra Christmassy with these crazy red ones. Wait, this is like kind of perfect. Next up is jewelry, but I have a little bit of a problem because she's wearing this pearl necklace, but this matching set did come with like a matching neck scarf, so I might not wear the pearls and wear this instead. Honestly, feeling no regrets about my choice. But this time we're actually gonna play by the rules and add some gold hoops that she's wearing. Then she's also wearing this white furry jacket, and unfortunately, I can't really wear a jacket with these huge sleeves, so instead, I'm gonna use this white fur scarf as my accessory. She's also wearing a red bag, and I thought this one would be perfect because it matches my tights. Last step are the shoes, and she's wearing these really adorable Mary Janes, and I have these cutie little black ones. Is anyone else also really excited for the holidays? Because I sure am. I'm flying 16 hours all the way home to Taiwan, and I only get to see my family twice a year, so I'm very excited for that. Okay, and with that, the outfit is officially complete. She's looking so cute. I'm feeling so festive, so Christmassy. I usually do hate wearing green and red together, but because it's the holidays, it gets a pass, okay? I am simply obsessed with how this outfit came out. Plus, I am going to a holiday party in like a couple of days, so I might wear this there. Let me know what you guys think of this outfit.
Is it coming? I need a minute. Wait, I need a minute. Okay, here it comes.
Today we're finally going to be trying on my Effie Trinket butterfly dress that I made myself. I can't believe I managed to finish this 1 hour before the party, so let's hurry up and get ready. My god, was that a stressful project? Holy crap, I barely finished this. As you guys know, I originally wasn't even going to do the back of the dress, but of course, after asking the internet, everyone insisted that I had to do it. I swear some of you just like to see me suffer. For today's eyeshadow look, we're going to be recreating her iconic butterfly eye, which I'm very excited for. We're first going to go in with a very yellow eyeshadow, which by the way, for reference, I don't think I've ever worn yellow eyeshadow before. Eyeshadow's done, and now we're gonna add our eyeliner. Time for the actual fun part. We're gonna be adding our butterfly wings. God, I just love doing fun makeup looks. I really don't do them enough. Since we have to be as orange as possible, I'm gonna be using this orange blush that honestly I don't use very often, but I feel like it would be perfect for this makeup look. We only have 30 minutes left on the clock, so we're gonna speed through our lip combo, and today we're gonna go with like kind of a brownish orange kind of color. That is the worst thing just happened to me. My blush just broke all over my bathroom floor. Oh my god. It's looking good. Ooh, time to set it all. Now onto her hair. Unfortunately, I will not be putting on a wig because I have no idea how to apply one, but I am going to be making my hair as curly as possible today. The curls are curling, and now we're going to lock all of it in place. And actually, I'm gonna add a little bit of dry shampoo. My hair is looking a little greasy. And now that we have that all done, go to part 2 to see me try this butterfly dress on. Last time I showed you guys my Hinge profile, you guys all roasted me. So I gave it a complete makeover according to your comments. So let me show you my hopefully better Hinge profile. The first thing I changed was my first photo because you guys said it was too close up and that I should use a picture that's a little further away. So instead, I replaced it with this one because I think I look cute. The second criticism was that my prompts are really boring and that I should use something a little bit more interactive. So I changed it to one thing I'd love to know about you is your favorite number, because obviously then guys will just send me their number. Speaking of boring prompts, you guys also said I didn't showcase enough of my personality. So I changed mine to we're the same type of weird if you prefer being overdressed than underdressed, because that is literally me to a T. And if I date someone, they obviously have to match my energy. The last critique was to showcase more of my love for fashion in my profile. I feel like sometimes fashion girlies can be a little intimidating to men, so I feel like I put more of my basic outfits on there, but obviously I want someone that accepts me for me. So I put my iconic tie outfit photo that I feel like really encapsulates my love for wacky fashion. So yeah, that is my updated Hinge profile. Let me know if you guys have any more critiques. Come thrifting with me. We're so back, baby. I haven't thrifted in so long. Let's go find some goodies. And for today's thrifting goal, we're gonna be trying to thrift everything on our Pinterest board. First thing that I really wanted was a fur vest, and look what I see right in front of me. This beautiful fur vest that somebody left behind. She is perfect. Next thing I really want to find is a leather jacket, so let's see if we can find one of those. Okay, look at this jacket that I just found. Guys, why am I getting so lucky right now? Let's hope this fits. Okay, so I think this is the best fitting leather jacket that I have ever put on my body. It is so cute. This is going great so far. Next thing on my list is a pair of cute knee-high boots. I specifically want brown ones, but I am open to other colors as well. I did find these that I think are not bad, but I feel like they look like you wear them horseback riding, which I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, what are these? Wait a second. These are perfect. DKNY knee-high boots. These are perfect. Guys, these boots are so cute. They're even cuter on. I'm getting these. I'm also looking for a tweed jacket or some kind of funky blazer, but their jacket section is looking very sparse, so I don't know about this one. Looks like I spoke too soon because look what I found. A tweed jacket and a funky blazer. This is my sign to never doubt the thrift gods ever again. Speaking of leather jackets, I just found another one.
This piece actually fits so well, and look at the studs, so cool. This one better fit me or else I will be extremely sad. It fits. It's giving I'm supposed to be riding a motorcycle right now. She's cute.
I'm just like you. I'm just like you. You're just like me. You're just like me. It's something anyone can see.
Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round and round.
Today we're going to be trying on my Sabrina Carpenter rhinestone bodysuit that I managed to finish in just 3 days.
I cannot tell you guys how stressed out I was while doing this project. This was by far the hardest DIY project that I've ever done.
But I'm so excited to wear her to the concert tonight, so let's get ready first. And for today's makeup look, I'm going for the classic Sabrina Carpenter makeup style. I gotta make sure that this base will stay on the entire concert, so we need to prep our face accordingly. So I'm gonna go a little more heavy-handed with the makeup than usual. I feel like the most important part about a Sabrina Carpenter makeup look is staying very glowy, and this is perfect for that. I got my makeup professionally done for the first time recently, and according to her, I'm supposed to be doing my eyeshadow first, which I had no idea that I was supposed to be doing my entire life. We have the base down. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of blush. Sabrina Carpenter always goes heavy on the blush. Also, the more I do these makeup videos, the more that I am impressed with the makeup girlies. Because doing your makeup and talking at the same time is probably one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. Time for the most important part of this look, blush. And we're gonna be adding lots of it. Also, I'm very curious to know if you guys actually thought that I was going to finish this DIY or not. Because I definitely lost all hope midway through. Last step are my lips, and I'm not gonna talk while doing this. I think this might be my new go-to lip combo. Final step for the makeup. Last step of this look, we need big blowout curls. So I'm gonna be putting in this texture spray to give it a little bit more volume. And of course, lots of hairspray to lock everything into place. We are finally all ready, so go to part 2 to see me try it on. I'm surprising my crush by transforming into his favorite food. Part 1 of the transformation is complete because we managed to finish the outfit, and part 2 is obviously the makeup, so let's get ready. This is the makeup look that we're gonna go for today. It is very apple-y. Duh. A lot of things have been happening in my life, so I wanna take this moment to chit chat with you guys because I feel like there's a lot that we need to catch up on. So I've never actually talked about my dating life on social media before because I actually haven't dated ever since I started doing this. I was in a long-term 4-year relationship all throughout college. And when we broke up, it was pretty devastating, but I really wanted to take time for myself after the breakup to really be single and figure my shit out. And I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty hard because I am a relationship girly through and through. So I love dating, but ultimately that was the best decision for me because I was able to completely focus on my career and look at where I am now. But you know, after 2 years of being chronically single, I will admit that I'm ready to get back out there and start dating again. And usually I will admit I tend to rush into relationships, but this time I'm going to be taking things slow. But yeah, I do want to be open with you guys about my dating life, but you guys have to promise not to be weird, because if you guys are weird, it might scare the poor guy off. Okay, last step. The apple pie look is officially all done. So now it is finally time to try this thing on.
I mean, where the fuck should I really even start? I got hoes that I'm keeping in the dark. I got my niggas across the street living large. Thinking back to the fact that no face, no face, no face, no face, no face, no. I don't get sleepy off no melatonin. My therapist put in a 30-day.
Today I'm going to be attempting the My State outfit challenge. Basically, all you have to do is search up your state plus outfit and try and recreate the first outfit that you get. I currently live in New York City, and this is the outfit that I got. Does this person look familiar to you at all? Because if you guys haven't been living under a rock, this is Sophie Silva, aka my best friend, and I guess we're going to be recreating her outfit today. In this outfit, she's wearing this pink ruffle dress, and I don't have the exact same one, but I do have this top that I feel like looks very, very similar. Oh yes, Sophie would definitely approve of this top. Obviously, this outfit needs more ruffles, so I'm thinking of pairing it with this ruffle skirt so that it kind of looks like a dress. Wait, this is so cute. One of Sophie's signature things is also layering on a ton of necklaces, so let's do the same thing. Funnily enough, Sophie actually filmed this when we were living together in New York, so I did actually get to see this fit in person, and it was amazing. We only lived together for about a month, but honestly, it was really, really fun. The only downside was that we had to share the common space for filming because that was the only room in our tiny apartment that actually had good lighting. And it was definitely
definitely a little chaotic because we're both pretty loud when we film, so we would just take turns going in and out of the living room. For shoes, she put on these brown fringe boots, and I actually have these black ones that I think are perfect. For bags, we're going for a bit of a different route, and I'm pairing it with this black fringe bag instead because it just matches my boots too well. And fun fact, the bag charm in her video is actually a bag charm that I got her, and I did indeed get us matching ones, so I'm also gonna be adding this to my bag. The final part to this outfit is her hair, and she added these really cute little gold hair charms, so let's add the same ones to our hair. It's so cute. I gotta give it to her. Sophie's outfits always eat, and this one is no different. I love it. And as always, let me know what you guys think. Oh my god. Anyways, I was just about to tell you guys that I woke up from the fattest snap I've ever had in my life because I woke up at 3:45 a.m. this morning to go on a hot air balloon. And we're going out to dinner in about 15 minutes, so let's get dressed. To be completely transparent with you guys, I'm literally just putting on the exact same outfit I was wearing this afternoon because I tried filming a get ready with me this morning. However, was unsuccessful because I was too slow and the bus almost left without us. So I had to fully finish getting ready on the bus. Yeah, it was chaotic for sure. The amount of dry shampoo I have to use every single day is genuinely criminal. I'm not gonna lie, waking up that early was pretty rough. However, it definitely ended up all being worth it because the view from the hot air balloon was genuinely insane. However, there were a couple of downsides to our trip. Number one being that we got gasoline dripped on us the entire hot air balloon ride. And the company that we went with tried to charge us over $100 for pictures that they took for us. Yeah, they made it seem like it was gonna be free and then last minute tried to charge us for it. There was actually one photo that we liked, and when we tried to bargain for it, tried to charge us $20 for one photo. Yeah, that wasn't happening. Actually, one more bad thing did happen on this trip. I got water on my brand new digital camera and now won't turn on. So if you guys have any advice on how to fix a potentially broken digital camera, please let me know. Anyways, here's my finished dinner outfit. Samia, do you want to come show your outfit too? OOTD. Oh yeah, we kind of are. Okay, cute. Yeah. We're gonna go get drunk at a wine bar. Bye.
And probably will be
I'm getting my ear styled today. And before you go, Kalita, what the hell does that mean? Well, let me explain it to you. Ear styling is basically where an ear expert picks out custom jewelry that best fits the anatomy of your ear. I actually heard about this back on BuzzFeed in 2018 during my peak BuzzFeed girl era and have not been able to stop thinking about it ever since. So I decided to bite the bullet and spend $3,000 on a custom ear styling session, and this is how it went. This is what we were working with. My current ear stack wasn't horrible by any means, but it definitely needed a lot of work. And my goal for this session today was to make my earring stack look a little bit more like this. I decided to go to So Gold Studios today, where I made an appointment with Cassie, who, by the way, is famous on TikTok for doing amazing ear stylings. So I knew I was in good hands. We started off by doing a consultation first, where she studied the anatomy of my ear, how many piercings I had, and what exactly I wanted. Once we established the plan, that's when the fun part started. It was time to pick out my jewelry. Normally, I would say I'm pretty good at being decisive, but in this case, I could not make a decision to save my life because I genuinely fell in love with every single jewelry piece. So I told Cassie to frankly do whatever she wanted because I completely trusted her. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any new piercings this time around because I was traveling very, very soon. So we had to work with my existing piercings. So once we finally finished picking out the 7 pieces that I wanted, Cassie helped me change all of my jewelry out, and this was the final result. My earring stack looked incredible, and it definitely was a huge upgrade from what I had before. I will admit that I was very hesitant about spending $3,000 on earrings, but in the end, I would say it was worth it. And honestly, I'm already excited to go back to get more piercings to add to my earring stack.
I'll get him high, show him what I got. Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face.
This is how I turned this boring old bodysuit into the cutest Sabrina Carpenter Halloween costume. But first, I headed over to Michael's to get my supplies. It is honestly my go-to whenever I have a DIY project because they always have everything I need in one place. Once I had all of my goodies, it was time to start bedazzling. For this project, I used about 10,000 blue rhinestones and 1 tube of rhinestone glue. I also picked up a rhinestone applicator, which ended up being a total lifesaver for this project. I ended up gluing all of the blue rhinestones on first and made sure to leave some space where I wanted the iconic kiss mark to go. Once the rhinestones are all glued down, all you're gonna need is to layer some lace trim underneath the bodysuit to give it a little bit more coverage. And that is it. That is how I made my Sabrina Carpenter Halloween costume.
This was the worst thrift haul I've ever had in my entire life, because out of this cart full of stuff that I found, I only bought one single thing. Okay, so first we started out strong with this Betty Boop bag that had the cutest beading on. I loved it, but also realistically knew I wouldn't get much wear out of it, so I left it behind. I also found these matching tiered maxi skirts for me and my best friend, but since we were entering winter, we didn't want to be buying summer clothes. This vintage Victoria's Secret top had tons of potential, but unfortunately looked really unflattering on me. And this poncho seriously got my hopes up. That was until I discovered it had holes in it. This sweater was cute, but unfortunately it really washed me out. And this one was just ugly. I was also about to purchase this blue sweater until I noticed that these shoulders didn't fit me quite right, and it just looked kind of awkward. Again, when I found this sweater, I had high hopes, but then I noticed there was a huge stain on the sleeve, so obviously couldn't get it. Even though I was incredibly disappointed in this thrift trip today, there was still light at the end of the tunnel, because I found this beautiful sequin bag that reminded me so much of something Hannah Montana would wear. So let this be a reminder that you're not always going to find a ton of gems every time you go thrifting, even though social media wants you to think otherwise. I got my lips tattooed and immediately regretted it because it was the complete wrong color. However, many of you guys told me that it was supposed to initially look like that and that the color will fade in a couple of weeks. And not gonna lie, it was very hard for me to trust the process, but here's an update of what my lips look like now. The day after the tattoo, my lips were very swollen and very red. I kind of look like this character from Monsters Inc. Yeah, jump scare. After about 2 days, my lips started to get super dry and were noticeably peeling. And after another 2 days, the top layer of skin had completely peeled off. And to my surprise, my lips looked kind of pale. It almost looked like I didn't even get the tattoo at all. But as the days went by, I started to notice that the color of my lips were slowly starting to improve. They were turning into the perfect shade of pink. And I didn't realize this at the time, but apparently it's because the color also needs time to settle in. And once my lips were fully healed, this was the final result. They looked exactly how I wanted. I was in complete shock. I still couldn't believe that this terrible shade of red that I initially had faded into this beautiful peachy pink color. Who could have guessed? Not me. So I guess this is my sign that next time I should probably just trust the process before freaking out, because my lips have seriously never looked better. I'm getting a perm. Quite frankly, I am bored of my stick straight Asian hair. So I decided that I needed a little change. But warning, things didn't go quite as planned and I almost had a full-on meltdown. These were the initial photos that I showed my hairdresser. I wanted soft, layered inward curls, so nothing too dramatic. And after seeing this, my hairdresser told me that we were gonna split the process into 2 parts. The first part consisted of straightening the top half of my hair to get that really sleek and shiny look that I wanted. And I actually did this to my whole head not too long ago, and I really loved the results, so I wasn't worried at all. During this process, my mom also dropped off some Pop Puff for me, and it was so freaking good, so thank you, Mom. Anyways, after the first part was done, that's when everything started to go wrong. My hairdresser told me that I had to permanently curl the bottom of my hair in order to get the effect that I wanted. But as soon as they started, I noticed that they were curling my hair way too much. Since I only wanted one big curl in my hair, I just knew that the small curling rods they were using wouldn't match what I wanted. But I had been going to this salon for the last 8 years, so I wanted to trust her. Once they took the rods out though, that's when my worst fears came true. It looked nothing like the photos and I was freaking out. However, as they were drying and styling my hair, I slowly started to like it. It kind of looked like I had done a blowout on my hair without even trying. And by the time they had finished, I had completely changed my mind. I loved it. So even though things didn't quite go as planned with my hair transformation, I'm so glad that I decided to trust my hairstylist because my hair has never looked better. This is my Effie Trinket butterfly dress that I made for my Halloween party tonight, except there's a tiny problem. I forgot to make the matching headpiece. Yeah, I know, there's only 20 minutes until I have to leave for the party, and I am going to attempt to make it right now. I genuinely don't know how this slipped my mind. Maybe it's from the sleep deprivation from making this piece. Probably it, honestly. But I have all of the materials. I just need to assemble it all really quickly. While I'm waiting for my hot glue gun to heat up, I'm gonna make the wire structure that's gonna stick on the top of this headband. I, for some reason, cannot find my scissors for the life of me, so we're gonna attempt to cut this wire with these tiny little scissors. Oh, wait, that was actually really easy. I have my little wire tree, so I'm just gonna stick it on to the base. Hoping my hot glue really pulls through this time. It always does though. See, what did I tell you? Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, she's up. Now we're gonna create some little branches for more butterflies to perch on. How am I gonna do this? I'm just gonna wrap it around the base. One down. My little tree is done. Now, all we have to do is just stick a bunch of butterflies onto it. It's looking pretty good. But I think I'm gonna add just a few more for good measure. Oh god, these glue gun strings are gonna be the death of me. I think I'm done. Wait, that looks really good. Okay, last step though, you have to attach some bobby pins to the very bottom so I can actually stick this onto my head.
Change of plans. Bobby pins are not really working. So instead we're gonna use these little clips. We're gonna pray that this actually works because I have no other alternative. I'm trying really hard not to burn myself right now. Okay, last one. I think it worked. Yes. Okay, she's a little tall, but it worked. Okay, I have literally 10 minutes before I have to leave. But now that we have this done, let's finally go try this butterfly dress on.
Do you not get the concept?
Merry Christmas, here I am, boy. Gonna love you, gonna give you all I can, boy. Merry Christmas, here I am, boy. I'm the present and you know it, here I am, boy. Merry Christmas, here I am, boy. Gonna love you, gonna I wanna go home. I wanna go home.
Guys, it is time. You're gonna be trying on my apple pie dress that I made to impress my crush because it is his favorite food. And he's actually coming over tonight, so this better fit. I literally don't have any other option. Let's take off the corset first because I feel like that is way easier than the skirt. I have to be careful about these apple buttons though. She's a little stuck. Okay, we got it. Corset is off. Okay, now just the skirt to go. This skirt has 3 layers to it because it's the apple skirt, this pie skirt, and then the hoop skirt under. So I think I'm just gonna take all at once. Oh, wait, okay. That was actually really freaking easy. Oh my God. She is off. All right, let's try this thing on. Ta-da! Oh my God. I look absolutely ridiculous, but I kind of love it. This actually came out so much better than I thought. I mean, you guys remember when I first started this project, it was looking so ugly and so bad that I was just nervous that I wouldn't be able to get this done. Ooh, that bow looks rough. Let me do that again. But I don't know. I feel like whenever I put my mind to something and I really put all of my effort in and try very hard, it always somehow works out in the end, no matter how rough the start was. Also, I kind of forgot that this outfit might completely scare him off. I mean, he's seen me dressed in like crazy outfits, but nothing as crazy as this. Okay, but I am just hoping that he appreciates the amount of effort I put into this outfit because I spent 3 entire days just working on this pie skirt. Dude, I always forget to put on my shoes before I put on these crazy outfits, and then I always regret it later. God damn it. And remember that we're not just stopping at the outfit, I still have to bake the actual apple pie. So I'm gonna be doing that in this outfit. Alrighty guys, here's the final apple pie outfit. Oh my God. Wow, the amount of serotonin I get from making my own clothes is seriously unreal. Anyways, he's coming over in a couple of hours, so I need to go bake the apple pie now. So stay tuned for that. So I just got catcalled twice within the span of 5 minutes, and this is the outfit I had on. I genuinely don't think I've ever looked worse. Like, I look like a little boy in this outfit. But somehow, men have still found a way to sexualize me in this outfit. Like, what? Are we being so for real right now? And also, I just feel like the whole rhetoric of people being like, don't dress a certain way in order to avoid attracting unwanted male attention, it's completely false. Because men will always be gross, and they will continue to do gross things no matter how you look. And I am literal proof of that. What am I gonna do? I last minute got invited to a Halloween party, but I don't have a costume. So that means I only have 1 day to make my own. And of course, I decided to choose one of the hardest dresses to ever make, Effie Trinket's butterfly dress. We've honestly made some pretty good progress so far, but I have a lot more work to do. So let's get into it. And remember how I said I ran out of butterflies? Well, guess what? My replacements just arrived. Thank God. With my new butterflies in hand, I immediately started working on finishing the other side of the dress. And again, I had to be very careful in how I placed them so that both sides would look as symmetrical as possible. We finished with the sides. Now it's time for the waist. My idea was to place the butterflies in a triangular shape, in which the wings faced inward, so it would not only follow the natural curves of my body, but also give it a more snatch waist effect. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but we are almost done with the front. I only had one last portion to do before I was done, so I quickly got to work. That was until I ran out of butterflies again. But this time it was a little different because I technically had enough butterflies. I just had to go through the gory process of de-winging some more. And as you guys know, this part is not fun. So I took apart as many butterflies as I needed to finish the dress. And that was it. Just joking. I forgot I still had to do the neck piece. butterflies. Yeah, this part was actually the hardest part of the entire dress because it required the butterflies to be glued upright instead of flat. But before we could do that, I had to cover the rest of the dress with butterflies first. Then I could start sticking the 3D butterflies on. And not gonna lie, this part was extremely tedious because the butterflies would not stay in the position that I glued them in and would constantly slip around. So I kept having to hold them in place and waiting ages for the glue to dry. Despite that though, I proceeded to lock in for the next 4 hours till 4 freaking a.m. But it was all worth it because holy shit, I finished it. It looks so freaking good. Well, that's until you look at the back. But no one's gonna look at the back, so I don't need to do it, right? I am so screwed. I have only one day to rhinestone this entire bodysuit because I'm going to a Sabrina Carpenter concert tomorrow and forgot to make my outfit. However, I ran into a huge problem. I completely ran out of rhinestones. And the ones I ordered didn't arrive until tomorrow, but I needed rhinestones today. So as soon as I landed in New York, I headed over to Michael's and pray that they had the rhinestones in the exact same color. And guess what? They did. I immediately purchased every single pack and headed home. But then I realized there was another huge problem. At the pace that I was going, this bodysuit would be impossible to finish myself. So I called my best friend Samia for help and promptly met up at a park at 8 a.m. the next morning and rhinestoned the entire day till about 7 p.m. Yeah, it was dark by the time we stopped. Unfortunately, Samia had to leave, so I headed home and guess what? Continued to bedazzle until 3 a.m. in the morning. And remember, at this point, I was still running on 3 hours of sleep and was so tired that I almost fell asleep while bedazzling. So I took that as my sign to stop. Thanks to Samia, we were able to make insane progress today. I was able to finish 3/4 of the bodysuit, which meant we were almost done. And considering the concert is happening tomorrow, I certainly have my work cut out for me. But I was left feeling quite hopeful because maybe, just maybe, I could actually finish this. What am I gonna do? Okay, so for context, I've already made 5 Halloween costumes this year. However, I last minute got invited to yet another Halloween party and I don't have another costume. So I guess that means I have 2 days to make another one. Why does this always happen to me? I've been doing a DIY every single day of this month and honestly, I was so exhausted I was going to take the easy way out. However, that just didn't feel right. So today, we are gonna be making the world famous Effie Trinket butterfly dress. And y'all, please pray for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Here's the plan. I have this black dress that I'm just going to be sticking a ton of butterflies onto it. I bought 7 packs of these, so I really hope that's enough. First thing I'm gonna do is create a guide of where I wanna stick the butterflies because the actual dress has a very specific pattern to it. After studying the reference photo, I started tracing on a rough sketch of where I wanted to place the butterflies. And honestly, this step is probably the most important part of the entire process because this layout is what will make or break the dress. So I try to be as accurate as possible. Once that was done, it was time for the fun part, sticking on the butterflies. But there was one little thing that I had to do before we could start. I had to de-wing them. And I'm not gonna lie, this felt very wrong and looked creepy as hell. This is literally the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I never want to see butterflies without their wings ever again. Anyways, after I got over my initial disgust, it was finally time to stick on all of the butterflies. I decided to start from the bottom and glue the butterflies on row by row in a diamond-shaped pattern. Once I was done with the right side, I started doing the exact same thing on the left to ensure that it looked as symmetrical as possible. But then, that's when I noticed that the butterflies I ordered came in 3 different sizes, which I was really annoyed with at first. However, there was nothing that I could do at this point. So I figured that I should use this to my advantage and place some of the bigger butterflies in the middle as a centerpiece and the smaller ones towards the top to create an ombre effect. And after 6 hours, this is how much I've managed to get done. With no time to rest, I continued pushing through and started on the top half of the dress. And before I knew it, 2 more hours had passed. I'm so tired right now, but the last thing that we have to do today is do the sides. So let's get this done. I was so close to the home stretch that I couldn't back down now. I just needed to complete the sides and then I was done for the day. But then the worst thing imaginable happened. Slight change of plans. I've already run out of butterflies, so this is all I can do today. I've already ordered some more, so hopefully that's coming in the mail tomorrow. And it is also 4 a.m. and I'm exhausted, so I think this is my sign to go to bed. I have a Halloween party tonight, but no costume to wear because I haven't finished making it yet. Well, I thought I finished it because it looks really great from the front, but I haven't finished the back. And everyone was telling me that I have to finish the entire thing. So I only have a couple of hours to finish this. Before we start on the project though, I did buy this hip pad thing. I forgot what these are called. And I'm gonna layer it underneath to give it a bit more shape. That looks better already. Now let's finish this thing. Considering there were only 5 hours to the party, I did not have a lot of time to complete this. So per many of your guys' suggestions, I was going to take it easy and only cover half of the back. Just joking. I decided that I was going to go all out and cover the entire back, just like on the original dress. Because as you guys know, we do not take the easy way out around here. After roughly sketching out the design, I started gluing on butterflies like there was no tomorrow. Did I severely burn myself with the glue gun multiple times? Yes, but there was no time to stop. I just had to keep going. And after 2 hours straight, this is how much I've gotten done. It's looking pretty good. I feel like I'm getting better at this.
Yeah, so it turns out, even though I was getting faster at gluing down the butterflies, I was starting to run out of the large-sized butterflies and had to use the extra small ones, which obviously covered way less space and required way more time. It was an absolute disaster, and I was so tired. But I knew I couldn't give up now because the party was starting in an hour, and I couldn't go in a half-finished costume. So after another 2 hours straight of gluing on butterflies,
I finished it for real this time. I literally have to leave for the Halloween party in an hour, so I finished this costume just in time. I don't know how I do it, but I always manage to pull it off. So without further ado, let's go try this thing on.
I am so screwed. I have only 6 hours to finish rhinestoning this entire bodysuit because I'm going to Sabrina Carpenter concert tonight and forgot to make my outfit. Will I be able to finish this in time? I certainly hope so, because if I don't, I will have nothing to wear. First thing I had to do was add a kiss mark. Since all of you were screaming at me to add one, so of course I had a list. I traced out a questionable looking pair of lips and filled it in with red rhinestones. It was honestly a lot easier than I thought. But suddenly, the most insane thing happened. My backup rhinestones that I ordered online arrived just in time for me to finish this bodysuit. So with my new rhinestones in hand and only 5 hours remaining, there was only one thing left to do, and that was to fill in every single empty space with even more rhinestones. And if you know anything about me, you know that I work the best under pressure. And boy, was there a lot of it right now. So for the next 4 hours, I proceeded to cover every single inch of this bodysuit with rhinestones. I kid you not when I say no space was left uncovered. And after many hours of hard work, I'm happy to announce that I finally finished this bodysuit. Just joking, I forgot that I still had to bedazzle the back, but I only had 1 hour left, so I had to call for backup. And shout out to Samia because she once again came in to save the day and started helping me rhinestone the entire back. So with the power of friendship and lots of rhinestone glue, we managed to complete the bodysuit 5 minutes before we were supposed to leave for the concert. It looked amazing. Dare I say the best DIY project that I've ever done? Anyways, there is no time to celebrate because I had to put this thing on and go to the concert. So let's hope that this thing doesn't fall apart.
Welcome. Happy Hunger Games. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
3, 2, 1.
I recently went on a Hinge date and it went really well. So well, in fact, that he's actually here at my house to pick out my outfit for the next date.
Can I come in?
Yeah, you can come in now.
Hi.
Hey. Hey, you're gonna be picking out my outfit for our next date. I'm gonna give you 2 options for each item and you just have to choose your favorite. Think you can do it?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. For tops, you have these 2 options. Which one are you favoriting more?
Okay, I feel like I have to see the whole like pants and stuff because they have to go together, but just seeing these 2, I would go with this. It's more interesting.
Okay, I think that would be my choice too, honestly. Now for skirts, I have this crazy white one or this black one. Which one are you feeling?
Okay, well, seeing the top, I think you'll look better in this one.
The black?
Honestly, both would look good on you.
Okay, fine. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
That's actually pretty cute.
Yeah, it is good.
Okay, time for bags.
Oh god.
I have these 2.
Okay.
Which one are you thinking?
I mean, off the bat, this one feels like it'll look better with everything else, but maybe bags are also meant to be like more statement-y.
Okay.
So let me think here. Let's go with this one. I think this will be good.
Okay,
yeah.
I like it, I like it.
But I'll be holding it for you anyway, so it's okay.
Now for shoes, I have these 2 options.
I want to go with this to brighten up some of the look. I think that could be nice.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right,
but
let's do it.
Yeah, I want to do white.
Okay. All right, I got it. We're good. Okay, this is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right, you also have to pick out my jewelry. I have silver hoops or gold hoops.
Definitely going with gold on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. Okay, here's the final outfit you picked out. What do you think?
It's really good. I'm very proud of myself.
Do you think there's anything missing at all, potentially?
I think we can add maybe like a necklace.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
You want to choose one for me for my necklace wall?
Oh wow. Okay, well I think it'll have to be gold. Oh wow, there are so many. Oh my gosh. Just gonna literally grab.
It's too long.
Okay. What is it? Okay, something shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, cute.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's cute.
I think this little pop of blue. This is what I chose. Little pop of blue. I think that'll help.
That's cute.
Bring out her eyes. do you want me to put this on?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you even do it?
I can do it.
Wait. Oh, you did it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, cute. Okay, final outfit for the date. Honestly, I think you did a pretty good job. I would maybe change the shoes. I think I would have chosen black.
We can change it.
No. I think we should go. Now that I'm ready, I guess we should go out on our date.
Yeah, let's go.
Today, I'm gonna be turning myself into a human Christmas tree because ever since I saw this video pop up on my For You page, I have not been able to stop thinking about it. So I bought all of the materials necessary, so here goes nothing. The first step is to tie your hair around a plastic bottle, and this is actually the only plastic bottle that I have, so I'm gonna be using this Tower 28 one. And then I'm just gonna tie my hair around this. I think I'm just gonna try and cover the bottle with as much of my hair as possible. Ooh. Why is this low-key a lot harder than it looks? Oh god. Do I not have enough hair for this? She made it look so easy in her video, but this is not really coming out how I want it to look. She's not perfect, but I think it'll do, so I'm gonna tie a hairband around the very top to secure it all. Oh my god. And then... Okay, so it just completely fell apart. Let's try this again. Okay, I finished redoing it, and I know I look crazy. Please ignore all of my baby hairs going everywhere, but the last step is to add a couple of extra hair ties just to give it that extra security. The base is looking pretty rough, but don't worry, we're covering it all up with this Christmas garland. Okay, that is enough Christmas garland, so I'm just gonna snip it right here, and then I'm gonna pin it at the back. Before we put on the decorations, I need to do something about these baby hairs, so I'm also gonna spray it with some hairspray so they'll look a little bit more manageable. It's finally time to decorate our tree, and the first step, fairy lights. Also gonna be adding a bobby pin onto the back of this so I can just hide it in my hair. Next up, we're gonna add these Christmas string lights. Time for ornaments, and I actually have a bunch that we can choose from today. And again, I'm gonna be using a bobby pin to put this into my hair. I finished adding all of my ornaments. Now for the last step, we're gonna be adding a star because it's not a proper Christmas tree if there's no star on top. Ta-da! Now for the final last step, we're gonna turn on the lights. It's perfect. Do I look insane with this hair? Yes, but I'm obsessed with it. Now that we have our Christmas tree hair, we still have to put on our Christmas tree outfit. So go to part 2. Many of you guys told me that the nails I get are too weird and that I should try something plain for once. So I'm listening to your guys' advice today and getting clean girl nails. Please. Me, a clean girl? Never in a million years. So instead, here's the story of how I got the weirdest set of nails that took over 5 hours and required 2 nail techs to work on me at the same time. These were the inspo photos that I showed my nail tech. They had a lot of weird things on them. So I at first had to make sure that they were even doable because they looked very complex. But my incredible nail tech Cece reassured me that she could definitely pull it off. So we went ahead and got started. For the first 2 hours, it was all about nail removal and nail prep. As per usual, I got Gel X again because my nails were still a little bit too damaged to go all natural. Once my nail beds were looking fresh and clean, that's when my favorite part of this process started, the nail designs. And when I tell you that Cece is a wizard when it comes to painting, I am not kidding. Because one moment my nails were looking plain and boring, and the next moment it looked like my Pinterest board had come to life. However, I could tell the set was extremely challenging because she started pulling out things that I had never used on my nails before, like color pencils and real buttons. And by the time hour 4 rolled around, we knew we needed some backup. So another nail tech kindly offered to work on my right hand while Cece worked on my left. And just look at how cute this ladybug she made was. Anyways, after 5 whole hours of patiently waiting, my nails were finally all done. They were insane. Every single nail was so intricately designed that it felt like I had a mini art piece on the tips of my fingers. I was obsessed and couldn't stop staring at them. So, moral of the story, if anyone tells you that the things that you love are too weird, please don't listen to them. Do whatever makes you happy. And if it happens to be a little on the funkier side like me, so be it. Is anyone else also a chronic overpacker? Because I'm currently in Mexico for 4 days and I packed 7 different outfits to wear. So let's get dressed for day 1. This is the top that I'm gonna be wearing today. I picked it out specifically because I've heard that Mexico City is very colorful, so I kind of want to match the vibe. Okay, to be honest, I meticulously plan every single outfit, so these are the pants we're gonna be wearing with it. This is so cute. So I actually purchased a scarf a long time ago and I've never had the chance to wear it. I feel like Mexico City is kind of the perfect place to wear it. Honestly, this outfit is looking a little bit too plain for my liking, so we're gonna be adding a lot of accessories. For our first full day in Mexico City, we actually have no plans at all. The only thing we have planned out is our meals, because obviously that is the most important part of a trip. We landed last night at around 9 p.m. and funnily enough, immediately went to go eat tacos and they were so freaking good. We also found this really cute little vintage market next to our hotel and I did pick up this little bangle that I feel like matches my outfit perfectly right now. Also, I am a little nervous because my bag is currently at maximum weight and I know I'm gonna be doing a lot of shopping here, so I'm going to have to deal with that problem later.
later. Today is actually our one chill day, but tomorrow is gonna be crazy. I'm going on my very first hot air balloon ride. However, we have to wake up at 3 a.m. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that part. But I am really excited for it because apparently we're gonna be eating our lunch in the caves. Honestly, don't really know what that's gonna look like, but I'm excited for it anyways. Anyways, here's the full day one Mexico fit. Kind of feeling like a Bratz doll, if I'm gonna be honest. And Samia, come show your outfit. We're kind of matching. Oh, with the red?
Yeah, maybe we are actually.
Cute. All right, well, time to hit the road. Well, anyways, we're gonna head out, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Today, I'm gonna be weighing my Christmas tree dress because this is my heaviest DIY by far. And I have actually been left with bruises on my hips from wearing it. So I am very curious to see just how much this thing weighs. My prediction is about 30 pounds. So let's find out. I actually don't own a scale, so I did specifically buy one just to weigh this. I also could not put this dress on by myself. Like, I needed assistance the entire time. It was so bad. Okay, let's see. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how much this thing weighs. Oh my god. This thing weighs a total of 38 pounds. 38. No wonder I have bruises all over my hips. That makes a lot of sense. And it also makes a lot of sense of why my legs are weirdly sore after yesterday's shoot. Look, as much as I love how this DIY came out, it was definitely the most painful one to wear, and it did cause me the most physical harm as well. So probably will not be wearing her again.
Whoa, whoa.
Hello?
What's up?
I'm cleaning. Like I'm always doing.
I got my very first tattoo and immediately regretted it. So here's the story time of everything that went wrong. To give you some context, I decided to get a lip tattoo, aka lip blushing, where essentially I'm getting lipstick permanently tattooed onto my lips. Currently, this is what my lips look like. I wanted them to look a little bit more like this. Essentially, I wanted my lips to still look very natural, but just a little bit more pink. At first, everything started out great. We started out by applying numbing cream on my lips, and we let that sit for about 20 minutes. Once my lips were completely numb, she started mixing up the lip color, and it was time to start. And if you haven't guessed it by now, this is when everything started going downhill. Before she applied it, I didn't really see what color it was, which looking back on it was a huge mistake. And it wasn't until she started applying it, that's when I realized the color was completely wrong. It looked nothing like my inspo photos. However, she had already started the tattoo, so it was kind of too late to stop now. The more she tattooed, the more I got concerned. Because remember, this is the color that I wanted, and this is the color that I was currently getting tattooed on my lips. Yeah, it was way too freaking red. At this point, I honestly felt like crying, but decided to just suck it up and finish the rest of the appointment. Once I was finally all done, I came home and took a closer look at my lips, and it confirmed all of my worst fears. They looked nothing like how I wanted. So, do I regret my decision of getting a face tattoo? Yeah. However, I have heard that lip tattoos still have to peel off before they start to look better. So let's hope that that is the case, and I'm not stuck with this mess on my face forever. I'm looking for the most secure earbuds that will actually stay in your ears, and I think I might have just found them. But first, I had to put them to the ultimate test. Would they survive the sprint of catching the New York Metro? Oftentimes on my daily commute, the train will be 1 minute away, and I will have to sprint to catch the train. And typically when I'm wearing other earbuds, they will always fall out and cause me to miss the train. However, because of the innovative designs of these Bose earbuds, they wrap around your ear instead, which causes them to be much more secure. So, with only a minute on the clock, I sprinted my way into the station, into the elevator, went up and down some stairs, and ran all the way to the train. And guess what? I made it with 10 seconds to spare. But you want to know the best thing about it? I didn't have to worry about my earbuds falling out at all. So thank God I found these Bose earbuds, because they just made my commute a whole lot easier.
Congratulations on winning Employee of the Month.
Today I'm surprised surprise my best friend Sophie with this Christmas tree dress that I made because we're getting brunch in a couple of hours and I want to see if she's gonna dress up as crazy as I am. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like she has something up her sleeve. Not gonna lie, I've been going on social media less in order to avoid what Sophie's gonna be wearing because I want to be surprised. So you guys better not spoil it for me. Not gonna lie though, there have been some party poopers who are specifically trying to ruin the surprise by DMing me Sophie's outfit. And if you're the one doing that, you kind of suck, by the way. Also, me and Sophie actually met in the weirdest way possible, so let me just tell you the story. We only met because I happened to stand behind her in line. I know, crazy. I remember when I first met her, I had the biggest friend crush on her. I thought she was so cool and impeccably dressed. And honestly, I thought at the time that she was probably too cool to want to hang out with me. But then after like 3 months of being friends, she asked me if I wanted to live with her in New York. After that moment, I immediately stopped doubting our friendship and said, hell yeah, let's do it. So we lived together in New York for 2 months to test if we liked actually living in the city. And sure enough, we loved it. And it is ultimately why we both ended up moving to New York. We were long distance friends for a little bit, which is why you guys didn't see videos of us together. But now we are finally living in the same city and I'm so excited about it. Anyways, I gotta get to brunch and I can't wait to see what Sophie's wearing. But obviously before I go, we need to try this thing on.
Make it so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call and we'll fall into us on a perfect mix of Saturday night.
My crush is coming over in 2 hours and I want to surprise him with an apple pie, but I've never made one before, so I've recruited for some help. My bestie! Yeah, I really don't bake at all and she has a lot more baking experience than me, so let's do this.
Let's do this.
I'm lazy, so I bought pre-made pie crust. Hopefully he can't tell the difference though. We should slice the apples first.
Oh yeah, you're so rude. So what did you guys do on the last date?
He surprised me with hot pot, which was cute.
Oh, that's really cute. That's
cute.
Literally your favorite food.
It's cute. I did mention that it was my favorite food, so I feel like me doing this is kind of like a...
Yeah, it's like being thoughtful.
Yeah. But I don't really bake, so I don't know how good this is gonna turn out, but...
No, it's okay. It's gonna be delicious. What are you gonna wear next time you see him?
This? Yeah, I'm wearing this, of course. What else would I be wearing?
He's gonna die.
Do you think he's gonna be freaked out?
I don't think so. If he hasn't gotten freaked out by you yet, I think you're good.
Okay, true. But we haven't even really gone out that much, so I'm like scared that I'm like gonna scare him away.
If you scare him away, then he's not the one.
That is true. First date, I wore the gold corset. And then second date, it was like the outfit that he chose for me. Oh, and then third date, I wore this poncho top that I made.
Oh, cute.
Ooh, how small are we cutting these? Like that?
I think so, right?
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay.
This feels right. Because it has to melt a bit.
Oh, wait.
Ooh, it's really good.
What? It's just apples.
That's a really good apple.
Apples are cut up.
They're done.
Now we just need to season it. I guess I haven't debriefed to you about like how the date actually went.
Yeah, no. How are the vibes of him?
I think they're good. He's very nice. He's
Yeah.
very thoughtful. But I don't know yet. You know, we're just like trying to take things slow. I feel
That's
like
fair. It's only been like, what, like 3 days?
it's scary. Like liking
Yeah.
a boy. I'm like,
Do you
ugh.
feel like you like him?
Yeah, I like him. We're just taking things slow, even though
Yeah.
I'm literally dressed up as
I know, I'm like, this is slow for you.
Time to fill the pie. I don't know. I haven't liked a guy in a really long time. It's a forgotten feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know if that looks good.
Here, I'll help you.
Pie is all done and she's looking beautiful. Now she has to bake for an hour. The pie is all done and it looks so good. We're matching. But he's actually coming over in 15 minutes, so I finished this just in time. So I guess stay tuned for the reveal. I'm hoping he likes it.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next year.
Okay guys, I think he's here. All right, you can come in now.
What? What the? What is this?
I'm your favorite food.
Apple pie?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I'm so flattered. Well, this actually looks really good.
It did take me a long time to make.
How long did it take you?
Like 3 days straight.
3 days?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to bake this apple pie?
Like 2 hours.
Oh
3
wow.
hours, yeah.
This is the most amount of time anyone spent on getting me anything.
Really?
So, this is crazy. Wait, this looks so good. This actually looks really good.
Okay, I'm glad you like it. I thought you were gonna be like.
This lattice is really good
I
too.
thought you were gonna be like freaked out or something.
No.
No?
No, I see a shit every day.
Okay, let's go try it then.
Yeah. Let's try
Okay,
it.
let's go try it.
Because nobody admits anything they do. Stop calling my phone on crafting! I'm crafting, you bitch! Now don't ever